Welcome back to the channel, everyone. In today's video we're going to be doing some performance modifications to the car. We're going to be fitting a Kmaps ECU. We're also going to be fitting a Pipercross air filter. Two of the best performance modifications for any car, not just an MGTF, are a remap and a new air filter. So what we've got here is a Kmaps ECU. This is pre-programmed with a map already on it. You can also take it to Kmaps and they'll map it straight off a computer for you then and there. But obviously that's only really an option if you live near Kmaps to get that done. There's another company as well that I'm aware of that do remapping for MGTFs and Fs and K-series engines in general, and that is Soars. So I'll pop a link down below for Kmaps for those of you interested, and you can pick one of these up from them directly. You can also get them from third parties who sell them online. The panel filter that we're going to be fitting is a Pipercross panel filter, and I've gone for a Pipercross panel filter because it's one that I got with the ECU, so the person I bought it from was selling both together. You can get any performance air filter to fit the car so long as it's the right size, and they should all do the same thing. I've actually had these lying around the garage for about 2 or 3 months now, and I've just not got around to fitting them. I've been doing other jobs on the car, other things that I thought were a little bit more important, like fixing water leaks. So I'm really excited to get out to the car, get these fitted, and see if we can unlock a bit more performance from the MG. Personally, I find it a little bit slow, and I'm hoping that fitting these will really make a difference to how the car drives, how the car feels, and hopefully go a little bit faster as well. So the easiest of the two jobs is fitting the ECU. So if you open up your boot, you'll find the ECU is here, where the engine's here, and then the ECU is here. So to replace this, you'll need to take off the grille, and then underneath here are 4 Phillips head screws, so 2 at the top and then 2 at the bottom. And then on this side there's 2 wiring harnesses that go into the ECU which need to be unclipped. So we'll get started, get those Phillips heads out, get this unclipped, the new one put in. Get these plugs out, what you've got to do is there's a little bit that pulls out here, so that's when it's locked in and that's when it's open. So if you pull that out, and then the plug should just come out from the back of the ECU, and then the same thing's on the one on the bottom. There we have it, the old one is out and we can put the new one in. So the filter that we're going to be fitting today is the Pipercross Performance Air Filter. For those of you that are interested and might want to order one themselves, this is the reference number that you'll need to order the filter. I'll pop a link in the description below so that you can find one on their website if you want to go and order one yourself. Before we get it fitted to the car, we'll just have a quick look what it looks like. We'll take it out of the box and have a look. So this is what you'll get in your box when it arrives. There's a nicely wrapped up performance air filter, which has got the Pipercross stencil printed on it. It already feels like it's oiled already, so which is good. So it means that we won't need to oil it ourselves before we put it in the car. There we go. So the first thing that I'm going to need to do today is to take off my windbreak. I've got a plastic one that's screwed into the tonneau cover screws, so we'll be unscrewing that, taking that off. The reason for that is if we need to get this off in order to get to the clips that run around the parcel shelf, to then remove the carpet and fold back the roof, remove the carpet, and then get to the engine bay cover. Once you've got the wind deflector out, the next thing is to unclip the 5 clips that you can see running around the back of the parcel shelf. So you've got one there, another one there, and 2 on the other side. Now these clips, if you fold your carpet down, and then there's a clip at the bottom, you lift that up, and then they literally just come off like that. We'll repeat that for all 5 of these, and then we'll be able to lift the roof out of the way to get to the carpet. So with the clips undone all the way around, we should now be able to lift this up. Just like that. There we go. So with the roof up and out of the way, you can now see the next thing that we need to do is take the carpet out, so it should just lift straight out. With the carpet out of the way and the roof upright, you can then now see the engine cover. Around the edge of this engine cover there are 11 actually, sorry, 10mm bolts that need to come out. There's only 10 on mine. There's 3 under the T-bar at the back here, but only 2 are there, 1's missing. So we'll take these out. They're all 10mm, so either 10mm socket or 10mm spanner will get all these out. So I thought we'd got all of the bolts out that we needed to, but actually there's 2 more that we've got to take out as well. There's this one here and one on the far side, so we'll get those out, and then we can get the engine cover off. Just so that everyone knows as well, these were 13mm, whereas the others were all 10mm, so this is a 13mm. So with all of the bolts out, the engine cover should now just lift straight out. Just put the clips out of the way. So with the engine cover off, we can now see the engine in the airbox, which is here. To get the airbox off, to get to the air filter, we need to undo 4 clips. So there's one there, and then if you come around the other side, with the grill off the back, you can then see one more here, just behind the fuel line, and then another one. If you can see that just there, you can just see it. just there. So we'll undo those, get the top of the air box off, old filter out, and then we'll put the new one straight in. So to get the top of the airbox off, because it won't come off as it is, I think we're also going to need to undo this bracket here, take off the hose, gives it a little bit more space. So we'll undo this bracket and hopefully this will give us some space to get the top of the airbox off. Move it over like that, out of the way, and lift the old one out here. One fairly new but stock OEM air filter. We'll now put the new one in, so we'll put the this side down because the seal goes on the top. You can see the top of the airbox is now back on. We're going to repeat everything that we did earlier but in reverse and put it all back together. Quick tip, so trying to get these bolts in on the back of the engine cover is just almost impossible with the speaker bar in the way, so I would highly recommend taking the speaker bar off. There's two bolts that are on each side, both 10mm, and then once that's out of the way you can see these bolts should just screw straight in, so we'll get those tightened up. Going to now reattach the speaker bar. Today's job was a nice straightforward one in the end. The only time consuming part about it was getting into the engine bay, but I'm sure if you knew what you were doing, unlike me, you'd get it done in half the time. Once you're in the engine bay, it is just a case of taking the old ones out and putting the new ones in. It is that straightforward. So in terms of the old ones, I'm going to be hanging on to these just to have them spare in the garage. The air filter is pretty new, and the ECU, it's nice to have a stock ECU so that I can put that back in the car if I ever do choose to put the original map back on the car. If we get some dry weather in the coming weeks, I will try and take you out with me for a drive and talk you through what the improvements are like from the new ECU and the air filter. After that, there's a couple of videos planned to treat some rust on the car and to fit a new brake servo bracket. Those are a little bit weather dependent, so if the weather's good we'll be doing them outside, and if not we'll try and do them in here. I also had a request to show you the gas bonnet struts that are fitted to the car. So if you've watched one of my earlier videos where I changed the headlight bulbs on the car, you'll notice that I've got gas bonnet struts, so when you open the bonnet opens by itself. I'll be doing a video on that as well and talk you through where I got them from, how they're fitted, another really easy job, and just show you them in action really. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please do give the video a like and give the channel a subscribe to find out about the new videos when they come out. And until we have the next video, I'll see you soon.